you stop me to have a conversation about police brutality? You act like I don't watch the news, which I kind of really don't, but that's what social media is for. Social media is basically the news to me. I can get on that joint and see a video that's just gone viral. Be like, what's going on here? Another police brutality case. So I'm sitting by just looking at the guy and I'm like, okay, so what you stopped me. And the fact that he said, you give me this whole lecture about, you guys need to respect police brutality. Yeah, I know, because, the first sign, they think of, the first sign that you show resist, things get, violent, and you already being a young black man, you're already a threat. You're telling me things that I know. I know these things already. You don't have to give me a lecture about this. I could be walking somewhere and a cop can just bump. A cop can just be harassing me just because. Now, everybody's seen that incident about the guy in Florida that was laying down on the ground with his hands up in the air. He was in Florida. I think he was in Florida. But it just happened the other day. He was laying on the ground with his hands up in the air the whole time, and he still got shot. Now, he asked the officer, why'd you shoot me? And the cop said, I don't know. Now, it's things like that. You telling me there is no right or wrong. You could do everything right, and they still shoot you just because. Now, in case of that situation, where he's laying in the ground with his hands up and saying, why'd you shoot me? And the cop, out of all the answers the cop could have said, he said, I don't know. That has to be the worst answer you can ever tell somebody. Now, it would have been worse if the cop said, oh, you was a threat. How? I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting in the middle of the street on this hot pavement with my hands up. And you still shoot me just because. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, old people, I respect y'all. I love y'all. But sometimes y'all just be talking too much. And I get that as, when I get older, I might be one of them talkative old people that just be going to department stores or going to grocery stores like that and just be backing up the line, trying to talk to the cashier about some nonsense. Like, man, if the next president showed you getting in office, man, this world's going to be, man, you see the prices of gas? You backing up the line talking about the prices of gas. At the end of the day, man, you have a nice day. Things like this ain't been like this back in my day. And the fact that, old people, the first thing they always do is they like to brag about their accomplishments. I was talking to this old dude outside the store. He was like, I retired 3 times from the military. Sir, congratulations. You didn't retire not once, not twice, but 3 times from the military. And, I know you probably 3 times my age. You probably like 70. I'm only 23. But at the end of the day, my whole thing is, I try not to be rude, but sometimes you just gotta be like, look. He kept, and then the funny part about it is he kept seeing me pull out my phone. He was like, I see, you're pulling out your cell phone. I was like, sir, I gotta go to work. Okay, I can't. It ain't like I just showed up and I'm running late for work. I was already here 30 minutes early. So for me to be late for work 30 minutes early, and I've been here for 30 minutes already, they're going to look at me like I'm crazy. Like, you got here, fine, I'm supposed to be at work at 12. They're like, you got here like at 11:35, 11:40 or something. How you late to work? That's what I'm saying. Messing with this old dude, they'd be like, how you late? And you was already here on time. You was here like 15 minutes early. How are you late? That's why I was like, sir, I got to go. All right, no disrespect, but I got to go. Now, meanwhile, while I'm going to let him have that, I got one controversial story, and I'm going to put that last, because I don't understand that. But this whole Kim K and Taylor Swift thing, I ain't really get a chance to speak on it, but I've been seeing it. Who's siding with who, who right, who's wrong. At the end of the day, I'm just already stuck in the fact that why Kanye had to call Kim Kardashian, not Kim, but why did Kanye had to call Taylor Swift to tell her about a line or a lyric that he was about to put in a song. Now, I've been listening to Kanye for years, and Kanye been pretty much I could do whatever I want because I'm Kanye. He always had that persona. But the simple fact that Kanye called Taylor Swift and say, I just want to think about our friendship. I'm going to play your line. And then you got Kim K, who's basically stirring up the whole thing behind the scenes, talking about I'm going to expose Taylor Swift. And now everybody like, oh, Taylor got exposed. It's nonsense, okay? It's a bunch of foolishness. And then, of course, you got Selena Gomez getting the mix. She put down Black Lives Matter, talking about it's more serious incidents going on. She's basically talking about the whole Taylor Swift getting bullied by Kanye thing going on. She's talking about that as in that's more important than Black Lives Matter at this point. Basically, Selena Gomez is as fine as she is, as gorgeous as she is. I don't know. We're just gonna hope and pray. But just hope she don't make no mistakes on this one. God bless her. Like I said, social media things be all over the place. But I got on Snapchat, right? So Snapchat improved a lot over the last few months from what I'm saying. And then you notice that if you don't know what Snapchat is or you don't really use it, Snapchat basically, you can watch other people put up videos, send messages and all that good stuff like that. But now they got stories of, like things that's going on in the world. Like some of the popular Jones, of course, the Kim K and Taylor thing, WWE for some reason is up there. But one article that threw me off the most was when it was said that Kylie Jenner hates to be famous or she doesn't want to be famous anymore. I'm sitting back looking like, how on earth does this child not want to be famous anymore? This is the child that really does nothing to get famous. When I say she does absolutely nothing, she already went and got these old super duck lips, or as most of us call it, the DSLs. Now, I'm going to just call them DSLs. That's all I'm going to call them. You can go on urbandictionary.com or you can go on the internet, Google what DSL means. But you already got these lips that now every girl in America, boom, they want these lips. You done already got your own lipstick line and all this extra stuff. You pretty much don't got to lift a finger to be famous. You can sneeze and people can be like, oh, Kylie Jenner sneezes so, like, sneeze goes, And how you talking about you don't want to be famous? How you talking about you don't want to be famous? I ain't going to get too much in there. I just seen that and just was like, it just made me upset, man. Then you got this whole Melania Trump stealing Michelle Obama's speech. Everybody talking about some, no, she didn't. She stole it. She stole it word. She took at least about 3 or 4, maybe 6 or 7 lines from that jump. She stole it. She knew it. I don't know why she over there trying to act like it's all, no one would notice. No one would notice that I borrowed a few lines from her speech. And when I was in school, they ain't really trip about in high school, but yeah, in college, oh, they trip about plagiarism. Oh yeah, there's like, you got the quote, you got to get the artist, you got to know what page you got it from, you got to know what book, the date, the time it was written, what year, what month, what date, what font it was written. You be like, God, you be like, hey, I gotta do all that for plagiarism, just to avoid plagiarism. I gotta quote this man, like, So it's different though. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Now, two stories before I go off the air myself. One story is dumb criminals at its finest. Okay? Dumb criminals at its finest. Listen to the story. If you already got away with stealing something, why come back so frequently, so often? Why not wait a month? Why not wait? You know what I'm saying? Why not wait a month? Or why not wait about 2 weeks? Why come back 2 days, 3 days later to steal again? That's my whole thing about it. Okay? If you are a thief, you could be a petty thief. You like to steal from like 7-Eleven and places like, Kmart and Target. If you are petty thieves like that, that is fine. Like, that is fine. You got your own thing going on. I don't condone stealing, but do what you want to do. But my whole thing is, answer this question to me, guys. Why come back days later instead of months or weeks? Like, if you just stole on Monday, why come back Wednesday? Or why come back Thursday? Like, why come back Monday or come back Wednesday? And then on top of that, you can't possibly sit here and think like, we don't know you, we don't know your face, we know what your intentions are, we know. Alright, we know what you do. So why play stupid when you get caught at the door and say, no, you're not allowed to come back in? Why you make a big scene? Why you try to play this act saying, man, I ain't even do nothing? That's the problem. You didn't do nothing because we're trying to avoid this problem. We don't want you to do nothing. Don't come in here starting all these problems. We know what your intentions are from the beginning, from the get-go. Okay? I'm just saying. Now, before I go off the air, this is my final story of the day. And shout out to Kmart because of this. I don't know what the heck this story was. But I went into Kmart. Today is Friday. I went to Kmart Wednesday. I lost my headphones. So I need some headphones. Music keeps me sane throughout the day. I need some headphones, so I walked in there. Got some headphones. I tried to pay in the back, the electronics section. He was like, our machine was broke or something. You got to take it up front. No problem at all. Cool. I get to the front, and the girl just flat out says out her mouth and say, oh, we don't accept Wells Fargo here. She said, oh, your car has a chip in it? Everybody's car has a chip in it now. She was like, oh, we don't accept Wells Fargo here. I'm sitting back looking like, out of all the cars, that's like I can see you say PNC or SunTrust or American Express, but you talking about two big major banks like Bank of America and Wells Fargo. That's like, if you take away those two banks, you tell somebody, oh, we don't accept Wells Fargo or Bank of America. That's like basically saying to the half you that shop there, we don't want you, like, you can't, like, you're not going to have any business in here. Unless you're one of them banks like Navy Federal or, TD Bank and all that good stuff. Like, what? Like when she told me, I was so confused.